Hey everybody, it's the rhythm guitarist Matthew from Lost Eternity. I'm back again, and today we're gonna do some trills, legato, or hammer-ons. Depends on what you want to call them, really. Anyways, we'll start off with some hammer-ons, pull-offs, or also known as legato, which is the Italian word meaning connected. I'll give you a little example. So, I don't know if you noticed, but as you might have been able to tell, in legato, it's kind of a thing where you add on, where you don't have to pick a note. And it's used, and to do legato, it's basically a series of hammer-ons and pull-offs. So what you're doing is basically, I'm using the 10th fret and the E string as my bass note. So it will return to that after I'm done my hammer-on pull-off action. So what's happening is, I ring the note out with the pick just once. Then after that, I'm hammering on. It's literally you literally do basically what it's called, a hammer-on. You're basically just going to tap your finger really hard on the fret. I don't know if you noticed, but my finger goes in and hits that fret hard. Like you gotta really punch it. Pull-offs are when you're coming off the string. And now, there is a reason why they call it pull-offs, and it's because you're not just coming off the string like. You want to get a real nice deep sound, so you do it like this. In order to do that, you're literally going to do, just as it says, once again, you're going to kind of pull off the string. How I do it is I kind of, while I'm letting my finger off the string, I kind of pull down on the string, if you can kind of see. I kind of do that when I do my pull-offs. So, once you get that down, kind of work on doing a trill. A series of hammer-ons and pull-offs. Maybe if you get bored of that, spiced up a little bit. By changing the location. Stuff like that. Another thing you can do when it comes to legato, hammer-ons, tapping, there's quite a few different words for it. You can also do kind of like a Van Halen idea, or if you might have seen it in like a lot of fast playing or something like that, they do something which I really just call two-handed tapping. You're going to take your pick hand, and you basically are going to do a regular hammer-on pull-off series with your hand you play with, just like you normally would. And then you go and you actually tap using one of your fingers here. Now there's different ways to do this. Some people, they literally hold their pick in their fist. Like, I kind of got my pick in my fist here. They hold their pick in their fist and they use their first finger. And they'll literally just. Now, the method I use, like, it really depends on how you feel comfortable, but the method I use is I keep my pick in its original position. I don't even bother moving it at all. And all I do is I flick out my middle finger. Yes, I'm flipping you guys off, but hey, you know. Anyways, I take out my middle finger and I simply go and I tap using that, the very tip of my finger. And that's two-handed tapping for you. 10 times faster. You can add maybe in an extra finger on your other tapping hand. Make sure everything's timed though. Like right now, I'm not really timed as well. You get the idea. It takes a lot of time to practice. It's not something I really practice lots, so I'm a bad example for it. But that's the idea anyways for it. Here's a little riff. I'll show you guys and teach you guys after I'm done playing it. It's a little riff I play all the time using two-handed tapping. Now I'm going to show you guys this riff. My tapping hand is consistently on my first finger on the 5th fret on the small E. Everything is done on the small E, so don't worry about this. This should be an easy riff for you guys. Put your first finger on the small E on the 5th fret, and your other finger is going to go on the 8th fret on the small E string, and just tap that. Now you're going to want to take your tapping hand, use whatever finger, however method you feel comfortable. You're going to go in there and you're going to start tapping off the 8th and the 10th fret with your 2 fingers. Then you're going to move from the 10th fret on your picking hand to the 12th fret. Then you're going to move to the 13th fret after that. Then to the 15th. And do that little finale, you know, on the 17, that little hold. You gotta admit, it sounds a little cool. Make sure you hammer on really good. Oops. Because you really want it to ring out. And then you're going to work your way back down. Right at the ending, I like to jump back off the 10 to the 12, back to the 10, and then end the song on the 5, or this riff, whatever you want to call it. And that's a two-handed tapping riff, and it's really not that hard. Honestly, it's not that hard. It's more about practice, because it will sound very sloppy. Like, look at me, you can obviously tell I haven't practiced it, you know what I mean? But just take your time, practice doing it properly, then build up speed with time. And next thing you know, you'll be tapping like crazy. That's all I got for today. Hope you guys enjoy. Rock on as always. And that's basically it. Rock on!